Did you believe that the start you had with the ball when they were chasing 190?
Yeah, you hope for it. And I guess that's why you try and spend a bit up front with your attacking bowlers. And I guess tonight managing to get a couple of wickets early on certainly allowed us to keep pushing forward and keep attacking with those with McCullum and Butler as well. So delighted for them as well. I thought Butler and his return to the side was magnificent.
How did you account for his performance? 2 for 9. I mean, that's quite incredible against a batting lineup that they've got.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I thought the way he got his wickets as well. He hurried the batsman. He managed to bowl at reasonable pace and extract some pretty good bounce out of the pitch too. So yeah, really delighted for him in this comeback game.
And Brendon McCullum closing out an innings. Is that what we're going to see more of?
Yeah, I hope so. I guess it's easier to play like that when you get such a good start as well. So I thought the way Hamish and Martin set up the innings was outstanding, and they were authentic in the styles that they play as well, which is great to see. And it was obviously nice for us to get some partnerships towards the end as well. So we're happy with today's performance. It's definitely a marked improvement from the other day.
Bess, can you give us a sense of what Mitchell brings to the table? I mean, he's done this now in a few games, very short career so far. What do you mean from your perspective?
We look to try and use him in an attacking option throughout. That's his brief, is to run in and try and take 4 for 20 every time he's at the wicket, and sometimes it's not going to work. Sometimes he could easily go under 50 off 4, but it's just a matter of still trying to instill the confidence in him to keep attacking and keep being aggressive. And every time so far that he's been in the attack, we've tried to go to him in key times where we're wanting wickets. And most of the time he's delivered for us. So he's really progressing as a cricketer already in a short space of time, and we hope that continues throughout the summer.
Spotting that in Stuart, he looks like he's right up for it. You get that sense as well.
Yeah, he's always up for it. He's a great fellow who just wants to run in and bowl fast, and he's obviously he's a little bit different to some of the other guys in the bowling lineup. He's got that hunger to be a genuine spearhead of the attack, which is fantastic.
What was Parr's score on that day first round?
194. I sort of thought around that 180, 190. It all depends on when you get early wickets. If you don't get early wickets, you probably need an excess of 200. If you do get early wickets, then you've probably got 160, 170 is a really good score. So I guess that's where it was key that we took those wickets up front, and the guys certainly delivered on that.
Brendon, can you give us an idea of the vibe in the changing room, mate? Like, it seems like you guys are having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, the change room's always a great place to be. It's not nice when you're losing sometimes, but when you win a game, especially when you bounce back like that as well, guys are obviously delighted. So most of them are up having something to beat at the moment actually, but they'll be very pleased with tonight's effort, but know that we've got a big day in a few days' time. One will win a series, and a great opportunity to try and win a series at home against them.
You had the 2 rounders today with the 1 spinner. Into Wellington, is that where your head's at still, or is it sloping?
Yeah, we'll have to look at it, see what the pitch has got, see what the boundary sides are as well, and run a sort of horses for courses type approach, and that's what we tried to do today. I think playing that extra batter as well allows you to, the batting all-rounder gives you a little bit more freedom up front as well, knowing that you've got some plenty of batting to come in behind you. So that's something we've got to look at. Ronnie Hero definitely comes back in the mix as well, because he's been outstanding for us in T20, but it's just unlucky that he missed out tonight.
Ross had a couple of dismissals low at the moment. I mean, he'll be right, but do you have a few words, or?
No, he'll be fine. Ross he's played a lot of cricket. He's performed on the big stage many times for us, and it's playing that role. It's not always an easy place to bat as well. You've got to sort of try and go from it from ball one. So certainly no concerns there, and it's good to have him back in that line.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we got certain parts of the game wrong tonight, and obviously in such a short format you can't afford to do that. So, I mean, Baz played fantastically well. Anyone who gets 70 odd off 30 balls is obviously a fantastic knock. But yeah, I mean, after 15, 16 overs, I thought we were really in that game. We just got it slightly wrong, or I got it slightly wrong towards the end. And yeah, I mean, at the halfway stage, chasing 190, it's always going to be a tough ask, but I thought it wasn't out of our sights on such a small ground. And we needed to keep wickets intact, and we just didn't manage to do that. As soon as you lose 3 in the first 6, I think it's about 95% chance of losing, so as soon as we did that, we were struggling.
New Zealand bowled well, and it seems bowled the first 10 overs, so your
run chase. I mean, the ball swung quite a bit actually, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I made the wrong decision at the toss to bowl. I think with the dew probably did change the wicket quite a bit. It swung. The guys said it came off the wicket a little bit too paced as well. So New Zealand just held length, and that's all they had to do. So yeah, I mean, it did react slightly differently, but we didn't adapt to the conditions as well as we could have done.
Just a bit of local knowledge, I suppose, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the reason to bowl first really because on such a small ground it would be hard to defend anything really. But yeah, I mean, obviously New Zealand bowled well, took early wickets, and as soon as you do that in 2020 cricket, you have a hold of the game.
Did you bowl a bit too short too often in attack in general?
I don't think so. I mean, I think we bowled pretty similar lengths to Eden Park, but I think New Zealand probably maybe expected that a little bit more. They had a bit of luck early as well, a few sort of top edges that went for 6 and stuff, but that can happen. It sort of goes your way one day and not the next. But yeah, we weren't quite as clinical with our execution of our plans and our skills, and New Zealand were. I mean, so you get a bowler who goes for under 10, I think, and a guy who scores double his balls. It's pushing, he's struggling.
Josh Butler play well again, albeit a losing cause. Struck the ball right.
Yeah, I mean, it almost proves if we'd have kept some wickets in hand, it could have been pretty dangerous towards the end. I mean, he's a wonderful striker of the ball. We've seen it as players throughout training, and that it's just great to be able to see him do it in front of everyone else, really. And he's had a really good tour so far. The way he can hit the ball 360 degrees is pretty frightening. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to be a really exciting player for us in the future, and hopefully we can sort of put ourselves together and sort of review this game and get ourselves back on track for Friday.
Did you know when you get a bit of a shock when we need to retrieve the ball and the flamethrower went off? Was that
Clear?
No, something we couldn't see because the other side of the site from something kind of.
I'm not sure. No, it's not sure.
Okay.
It seems like you've gone to extremes in these two games. Is that down to inconsistency, or is that just the nature of 2020?
Yeah, I think it's the nature a little bit. I think when you're chasing a big score, you either get really close or you fall well behind because you've got to go at a decent pace early. So, yeah, I mean, pretty much a role reversal in the whole game, wasn't it, from Saturday night? But that sort of stuff happens in a shorter format. So we just need to make sure we review honestly and get it right for Friday, because it's going to be an exciting game at Wellington.
Stuart, you obviously had lots of respect for the Kiwis, but do you expect them to bounce back quite that hard?
Yeah, we knew obviously international players, when you have a loss, you obviously look at what you did wrong and try and improve, and New Zealand did that. I thought they batted really well. We didn't bowl as well as we could have done, but it still takes a lot of skill to hit the ball like the New Zealand players did. And yeah, I mean, we don't want to focus too much on New Zealand. Obviously, they've had a really good day today. We need to sort of look back and make sure that we get our standards right for Friday, because with the side we've got, I know if we get it right, we'll be in a great position.
Regardless of the pitch, they are a team who seem to like to put runs on the board and squeeze you. Will that come to your mind when you get the toss next time?
I mean, you go. The toss is pretty much on the conditions that you're going to play on that day. So if we get to Wellington, it's a green seamer. It might be a good one to bowl. So you just have to have a look at the wicket and the size of the ground, etc., and see what you feel comfortable doing.